Hi, I'm Sophie Robinson and I'm an interior stylist, and today at my home I'm throwing a big party to celebrate my mum's 70th. And a really big part of that is obviously dressing the marquee. And I've just got this really lovely idea that I use quite a lot on how to style up your flowers to create a really beautiful centerpiece. It's really effective, it's really pretty, and it's really quite affordable too. So to start with, I collect lots of different types of containers. I'm going to group them all together to create quite a large centerpiece because I've got quite large round tables here. My tip is to pick up some of these lovely old vintage vases. I got lots of these from Brighton Car Boot Sale and from charity shops. I think the key is to have lots of different shapes and sizes. Then you want to think about your flowers. And obviously, because we're sort of throwing like a summer garden party, then I've gone for really typical English country garden flowers. We've got hydrangeas in here, there's some roses, these beautiful electric blue delphiniums. So quite kind of wild and ragged and kind of boho. Another great tip actually is to find out where your local flower market is. And it's where the trade go, where your flower shops go to buy their flowers. So you get loads more choice. Which means that's why I can have so many different flower blooms from the same place. You buy in bulk, so you've got to be prepared to buy quite a lot if you're looking for lots of different styles, but it will be cheaper. Next, it's really to start arranging them in your containers. The key here is I'm just going to put just a few stems in each flower. So for example, this is a hydrangea. I'm going to cut him quite short, so his head just bobs over the side of it. Oh, a really great tip with hydrangeas actually, occasionally they can droop and the petals can kind of flop really quickly. If this does happen to your hydrangea stem, if you just get a cup of boiling water and pop the stem in for about 30 seconds and then before putting it in the vase, it sometimes helps to revive them. These are really great because they kind of add that lovely whimsical wispy vibe. Because I think it's also important not to create too much height, especially if you're doing flowers for a dining table. You want to think when you're sat down at the table, you still want to be able to see people opposite. So I'd avoid vases that are too tall or flowers that are too tall. But the idea here is just a few stems and then you build up the volume with lots and lots of containers. Oh, another tip is to always take all the leaves off that are going to be in the water. Because if you have leaves under the water, that's when your water goes all nasty and slimy. And then with this little guy, literally, it's just going to be one stem. Pop them in there. Because I really like the shapes, you know, you're creating really nice shapes with these. These jam jars, I think as well, look really cute. Again, it's just got that really lovely kind of Englishness about it. With roses, I sometimes find their leaves are quite big and bulky, so I wouldn't be afraid to actually probably nip them all off apart from one. And then think about colours as well. So I've got quite a lot of pinks in here right now. And I think it would look really good to offset it with the yellow. I like how the different colours play off against one another. Teapots are great containers for flowers, I think, again, especially if you're trying to create this kind of relaxed boho look. And the more old and battered, the better. These little tiny bottles work really well because they can just take sort of one or two stems. They look really cute. And then you just sort of stand back and look at your collection and you can move them around. It's probably a good idea to have the really tall ones in the middle and then work out in size and have the smaller ones around the edge. So there you have it. I think it makes a really beautiful centerpiece, especially for a garden style party. It's loads of fun collecting all the different containers and it really does help make your flowers go that little bit further. Now, if you want any more styling ideas or interior design tips, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And I'd love to hear your comments about what you think about my flower arrangements or if you've got any other good ideas you'd like to share.